to this week's astrology tarot messages for the week ahead. Now, Mercury is very busy this week. It's making a lot of aspects. It is currently squaring Jupiter at the moment. This can cause you to have some kind of confusion or miscommunication. You have to be wary of overthinking with this placement. Though this will be occurring on the 21st. On the 24th of February, Mercury will be trining Mars. This is Mars over here, so it will be forming a trining aspect to Mars. Trine brings a burst of energy and then enthusiasm to your thoughts and actions. You may be feeling motivated or driven over this time. On the 25th of February, Mercury will be conjunct Saturn. Now, this placement can cause a serious and caution take on your communication over this week, which includes your social media as well, because it's very Mercury. Mercury represents our speech, our communication, our learning, and social media. Can also be sales and marketing as well. Now, this can bring more serious caution to your communication and can make you feel a little bit more responsible and practical over this time. On the 27th of February, Mercury will be forming a sextile to Uranus. Uranus over here, forming a sextile to Uranus. Now, this energy can bring unexpected insights and creative ideas. It may be also flashes of inspiration and innovative solutions to problems, thinking outside of the box. So let's get into the tarot for the week ahead. Now, I'm reading on Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs, but when I talk about houses, and I'm going to go into a little more depth with these placements per house, per sign, so I can tell you what area of your life this is going to be playing out based on your ascendant sign. So when I talk about houses, I'm talking about the ascendants. So please join me and skip along to your Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs, I'm going to be reading the astrology chart for you today, letting you know which placements and planets may be affecting you most today, as well as pulling your tarot for the week ahead. Now, starting today on the 1st of February, we have an aspect of Mercury squaring Jupiter. This aspect can create confusion or miscommunication. You might find yourself overthinking here. You might even find yourself clouded judgment, clouded thought here with the moon in the illusion upright position. So Aries, this is occurring in your 12th house and your 10th house. So there may be some confusion or blurred lines or blurred boundaries when it comes to your work, your career, or your role in life. Now, it could be that you're overthinking to do with your career or your boundaries when it comes to your career. Here, there could be endings to a situation here with the 12th house energy that's playing out here. There could also be energy of mixed communication or receiving mixed messages here. The boundaries here are blurred. The lines for some reason are blurred. So it's very difficult and confusing to read what is clearly going on between people, especially when it comes to your career or your job or the people you work with. Now, coming up into the next placement on the 24th, as I move forward, feeling energy of motivation. Trining energy is helpful energy as Mars and Mercury work together. This beautiful, driven, motivated energy could be to do with learning. Ninth house rules your higher learning, your philosophies, your religion, religious studies, or studies of higher philosophical pursuits. It could be tarot, it could be astrology here. You could be feeling a motivated sense to learn more things about these topics. It could also be that you're looking to explore here, explore and travel overseas, because overseas travel. So this energy on the table with both the cards, the tarot, and the energies of the planets at the moment on the 24th, you might be feeling a burst of energy to travel or explore or learn and delve deeper into a topic that has great philosophical meaning or purpose for you. Now, on the 25th of February, we have got Mercury will be conjunct Saturn. So if I move along on my chart so I can see what's happening here, we've got Saturn at 20 degrees of Pisces and we have Mercury at 19 degrees. So they're in forming conjunction here. Now this could bring a little bit of energy slowing down here. Saturn restricts, it slows things down. It forms hurdles or challenges or obstacles that you need to take your time with. You need to take responsibility here as well. Now, it can make you be more cautious as well within your communication here. It could bring a little bit of misfortune when it comes to speaking in the way that you speak or the way that you communicate here. It could be you may be overcritical also about your speech here, playing out on the 25th with this current energy on the table. Now, if I'm moving forward to the 25th, to the 27th, I'm going one extra day on this reading since I'm a little bit behind. So here we're looking at this beautiful sextile energy between Mercury and Uranus. Now, this aspect can bring unexpected insights and creative ideas. Now, Uranus is currently in Taurus, so that energy for you is going to be your second house. So let me see, we'll find a place for this fourth card. Now, this second house energy of Taurus energy, Taurus is all about comfort, comfortable level. It can be comfortable. It's being comfortable with people around you, being in your comfort zone, wanting to relax at home, being nostalgia for the past, nostalgia for family members, people from the past coming back into your life suddenly. It can be innovative solutions to problems in a way that brings in the past with this Six of Cups energy here. But also because it is Taurus, it's about being comfortable in a way that is, for you, it's second house. So comfortable with your security, your confidence, how your resources in the world, how you make money. So you need to get more in tune with yourself, in touch with yourself, your inner child even. There could be some healing occurring here with inner child work, working on more confidence and resourcefulness here. But I do feel the bull being very comfortable with your confidence or comfortable with your level of resources, your level of skills here. I feel that sitting in this energy is quite a comfortable energy. Sitting in being that Uranus, thinking outside of the box, is sitting in your second house. So you might find creative solutions, innovative solutions in a very creative, innovative way, but you're very, in a way, not stepping too far out of your comfort level here, Aries. So I do hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you again next week. Taurus, Sun, Moon and Ascendant sign. I'm going to be taking a look at the chart today to see where the planets are at the moment and which ones may be affecting you most. Now today, as of the 21st of February, Mercury will be squaring Jupiter. Mercury is sitting in the 12th house of Pisces, and that for you, Taurus, is going to be your 11th house. This is all about your projects and your community thinking about the common cause, the bigger meaning of things, wanting to exert a little bit of your efforts towards greater goals or the greater community. Now this energy is expanding energy. We've got the Jupiter here. We've got Jupiter is in Gemini, which also represents communication, as does Mercury. So we've got this energy of Mercury squaring Jupiter. It can be causing some kind of miscommunication, or you might find yourself overthinking in a way here. I do see the Three of Cups though, bringing in some level of celebration. So you may be celebrating your communication here, celebrating your social media, celebrating sales here also falls under, and merchant also falls under Mercury's rulership. So here we have Gemini, planets in Gemini, which is Jupiter. For this, Taurus, this is going to be your second house. So this is expansive energy of expanding your confidence, expanding your growth and skills and confidence level here, but you may be celebrating how far you've come with your resources or your skills. Now on the 24th we have got Mercury will be conjunct Saturn on the 24th. So if I move forward on my chart so I can see where we're up to, 24th of February we have got Mercury trining Mars. This is a helpful energy working between Mercury and Mars. Now over this time we've got a bit of loss here with the Ten of Pentacles. So it's saying with this trining energy of Mercury and Mars together, you do need to be a little bit wary of loss of income, loss of money, overspending here. It's saying just be very careful with where you put your money over this time. Now Mercury, as I said, is in Pisces. That for you is your 11th house, Taurus. Now the Mars energy here is sitting in Cancer. Now for you, this is going to be playing out in your third house of communication. Now Mercury rules communication, so here it could be something playing out that is a miscommunication around how much something costs, or how much it's a bit of a miscommunication. You may hear it incorrectly, or you may just not get all of the facts. So make sure you're very clear about how much something is going to be costing you, because there may be a bit of a loss happening here over this time. This is the 24th of February. Now on the 25th of February, as I move forward with my chart, you will have Mercury conjunct Saturn. So this placement will bring a level of seriousness, taking responsibility for your actions here. Now this for you is again taking place in Pisces. Pisces for you is going to be your 11th house. So this is a community thing. It's something about projects, new projects, or taking responsibility or a share of your efforts within the community. So this could be even an economic loss around, and this could be to do with interest rates or the economy. It's a broader thing than just a personal hip pocket thing. It moves beyond just affecting you. It affects the community as a whole, which is why I think it may be related to loss of income, loss of money or funding. It could be things costing more with rates or higher interest rates, the economy, the inflation, all of this area taking place to the community as a whole, not just to you personally. So you may need to look into things, but you need to consider that very carefully and give a great deal of thought to that. We are, after all, today discussing Mercury, and Mercury rules thought. So it's all about thinking about the situation carefully, how much things cost at the moment, and how much inflation could cause them to become in the future. Even if it's that you're thinking about purchasing a house now, if you wait a few years, it's going to be even more expensive. So this could be something you're thinking about as well over this time. Now on the 27th, if I move forward on my chart, back to the we've missed a card for that one. Let me pull back for you on the 25th. We're going to pull a card for the 25th, which is Mercury conjunct Saturn. A little bit behind with the tarot cards for you, Taurus. There's your card. It's the options. It's the 7 of Cups. Not all that glitters is gold. Many options around you, but you have to focus your intentions on just one thing. This is Mercury conjunct Saturn on this card. Now what that means is that you need to take responsibility for your actions and actually put in the work here. So it's not about just manifesting something, or it's about actually doing the work and becoming more serious about being responsible for your actions, responsible for your money. It's about really putting effort in to overcome any obstacles or challenges you're facing here around about the 25th of February. Now if I move forward on the chart to the 27th, what we have is got Mercury forming a sextile with Uranus. Beautiful Uranus in its uniqueness, and it's wanting to be, I think, outside of the box. So Uranus wants you to be uniquely yourself. It wants to free you from any burdens that currently plague you. So if there's a situation where you feel very tied down by that, you feel like you cannot achieve what your uniqueness or what you really want to do because you're weighed down by burdens or responsibilities. Here we've got the 8 of Cups in the reverse position, saying that there's situations that you may need to walk away from, but you're feeling a fear of change. Uranus over this time wants you to be very you. It wants to move and shake things up around you in order to allow you to live the life that's best for you. But you have a fear of change, what the cards are saying. It's saying that you're scared to move forward. You're scared to try something new, to be unique, to do what you want to do, because you're fear of the changes that comes with that. Now Uranus is currently in your first house, so it's a big deal. This one affects you in a very big way. It's been in your first house for a long time, but at the moment on the 27th it's going to be making a sextile with Mercury. Mercury is about thinking, it's about studying, it's about questioning and learning. It can be about social media and sales and marketing. Now here it's saying you may experience sudden flashes of inspiration. Maybe there's innovative solutions coming for problems that you're facing. Maybe there's a new way of thinking about something, or embracing unexpected ways and being open to new possibilities here, Taurus. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you again next week. Welcome Gemini, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I'm going to be pulling the tarot for you for the week ahead, letting you know which planets and aspects may be affecting you most this week. Now, coming up first on the 21st of February, which is today, we have Mercury squaring Jupiter. Now, Mercury is very busy over this current week. It's making lots of aspects to different planets, and Mercury is your ruler, Gemini, so it's going to be affecting you a lot this week. You're going to feel these placements quite strongly here. Now, Mercury squaring Jupiter could be causing some kind of miscommunication. You may be overthinking things. You may be getting mixed messages. You will need to double check all of the facts before you proceed with anything. Now, this Mercury squaring Jupiter, so the Jupiter, of course, is in your first house. If you are a ascendant Gemini, it's playing out in your first house. Mercury is sitting in Pisces, and Gemini, this is your 10th house. So this is affecting your career sector if you are a Gemini ascendant. So here it's again, we have the 8 of Cups in the reverse position. Maybe thinking about walking away from a situation, but you're fearful of change. You're scared to make a move, scared to take action here. You're overthinking the situation here. There's a bit of miscommunication or needing to check the facts. If you've got things straight and aligned in your mind with all of the facts, you will not be so fearful about the situation. You'll know what's right for you because you'll be armed with the knowledge and the facts that come with the Jupiter squaring the Mercury. Now, on the 24th of February, we have got Mercury forming a trine to Mars. Now, Mars, of course, is sitting in Cancer, and Cancer for you is going to be your second house. This is where your skill level and how you support yourself, your resources, your confidence, your ability to nurture, to feed yourself here, how you make your money. This is all playing out here with your second house. Now, what's happening is a trining with Mars. This brings in an enthusiasm. Mars is a burst of energy. It's an enthusiasm, an excitement, an impatience even. Mars can be quite impatient, so it can bring in a level of impatience here, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and it will make you feel like you're very motivated to do this, to achieve, or to push through with whatever it is that you're thinking about. Bear in mind, we're Mercury this week. It's all about the placements with Mercury, and Mercury is a thinker. So your brain is going to be working overtime over this week, Gemini, thinking about what you want to do and what's next. And there's a level of impatience that's coming with those thoughts. Now, as we move forward onto the 25th, we are looking at a Mercury conjunct Saturn over this time. So this is playing out in Pisces, Pisces being your 10th house of career, your role in life, what you do, your job. So we're feeling a level of energy here with you needing to step up to the plate here. You needing to take responsibility for your own actions, your own thoughts. Here I'm taking the 7 of Swords in the upright position here of your main card here for this one here. Now, it's saying that this can indicate some kind of deception, or it can indicate feeling like you're needing to defend yourself in some way. We've got a lot of mind activity, a lot of speech activity here with this strong Mercury energy, indicating you're needing to communicate very clearly because you're having to defend yourself, so having to be very clear about your side of the story. It's saying be practical here, be responsible, try not to be overcritical of yourself, and try not to be too rigid in what you do here with this placement. Now, on the 27th, we'll pull one more card for the 27th. We have Mercury forming a sextile with Uranus. Uranus is a beautiful planet that wants to shake things up around you in order for you to do what you need to be doing that's best for your soul in a very unique and creative way. It's uniqueness. It wants to free you from the binds that are trapping you or feeling like you're held down by responsibilities or burdens. It wants you to feel free. It wants you to feel unique and like you're doing. And here we go. We have the burden card, the 10 of Wands, burdens. It's holding you down with burdens. Now, this energy energy is going to affect you very strongly, I feel, Gemini, over this current week. It is a beautiful placement, the sextile. It can bring unexpected insight. It can bring creative ideas, flashes of inspiration. It can bring solutions to a problems, because it's the way of thinking outside of the box. Mercury rules thinking and Uranus rules outside of the box. So thinking outside of the box is going to help you release from your current burdens. Thank you for joining me, Gemini. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you again next week. Welcome Cancer, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I'm going to be reading the astrology chart for you today, letting you know where the planets and aspects are that are going to be affecting you most this week. I'm reading today with Mercury. Mercury is making lots of aspects today, and Mercury is all about learning, communication, social media, marketing and sales. So here, this energy that's playing out on the 21st today, the 21st of February, we've got Mercury squaring Jupiter. Jupiter is in Gemini, and for you this is going to be your 12th house. This is all about boundaries here and blurring the lines between reality and illusion, or about the physical and the spiritual. There's a bit of a blockage here when it comes to your boundaries or your connection between the real world and the spiritual world coming into play. Now, squaring Jupiter can create some kind of confusion or miscommunication. You may feel like you're receiving mixed messages here. You may also feel like you're overthinking a situation. You need to double check all of the facts here, but it's finding a way to work with your boundaries, but be able to remove any blockages or the because of boundaries that you have up around you. Walls that you have up are causing blockages. Now, this beautiful placement of this squaring, squaring is a bit of a difficult aspect, but it is here to help you through your current situation. Now, the Mercury is in Pisces, and for you Cancer, this is going to be your 9th house. So this is going to be areas of finding solutions in a very educated way. So it's about overthinking in a way that is questioning in an intelligent way. It's about higher learning here. We can also be metaphysical here as well, or religious thoughts too coming into play here over this time. So really getting a clear understanding and removing any blockages or boundaries that occurred because of religion or philosophical pursuits or thoughts here. Now, as we move through to the 24th of February, we will have Mercury trining Mars. Now, Mars is in Cancer in your 1st house, so you're really going to be feeling this placement and this aspect here. Now, this can bring in, it's a beautiful energy. It's a harmonious energy of Mercury and Mars wanting to work together, but it can bring a burst of energy and enthusiasm here. Now, the card here is the 10 of Pentacles. It's luck, I feel, prosperity could be coming from this energy. So use this Mars energy, Mars that's playing out in your 1st house, to go after what you want. It's a prosperous time, and use this energy in a way, because Mercury also represents sales. It represents marketing, so marketing and sales, and the merchant. So here it could be the working together between Mars trining Mercury to bring in prosperity through sales, through marketing. Here is going to be a great time to do that. Will be around about the 24th of February. Now, moving forward into the 25th of February, we have Mercury conjunct Saturn. It's a bit of a difficult aspect, and here we have got the Emperor in the reverse position. It is a little difficult. There's a little bit of inflexibility here with this energy. The energy of Saturn wants you to buckle down. It wants you to be restrict and take responsibility for your actions, but I feel there's a little bit of level of inflexibility here. You're not really budging. You're not really open to, which we will bring in the Uranus energy on the next reading, but here it's got the Saturn energy, wants to really restrict, buckle down, focus, take responsibility for your actions here. You might need to be responsible and practical, and try not to be too overcritical here. Try not to be too inflexible with any decisions you make on the 25th of February. On the 27th of February, we have got Mercury forming a sextile to Uranus. Now, this is a beautiful energy. It's a creative energy. It's an energy of thinking outside of the box, because Mercury represents thinking and Uranus represents outside of the box. So this is a beautiful energy of a way to overcome debt. Now, we're talking about 6 of Pentacles in reverse. We're talking about debts. So here it's looking for a creative solution to a problem when it comes to getting yourself out of some kind of debt energy here. Now, this here, the Uranus is currently sitting in Taurus, and Taurus for you, Cancer, is going to be your 11th house. So it's a broad community thing. It could be things that's happening in the community. It could be things that's happening with the as a whole, the economy. So it could be related to interest rates or inflation here, because it could be what's causing you to be feeling overburdened or stressed due to extra debt or bills going out with inflation or with higher interest. Now this energy is quite difficult energy, but the Mercury sextiling Uranus at this time may give you flashes of inspiration, ways that you can form solutions to this problem to get you out of this difficult monetary situation. So I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, Cancer, and I will see you again next week. Welcome, Leo, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I'm going to be pulling your tarot for you today for your message for the week ahead, as well as taking a look at the astrology chart to let you know which planets and aspects may be affecting you most this week. Now, as of today, the 21st of February, we've got Mercury squaring Jupiter. This energy is could be about overthinking or mixed messages. You need to double check any facts before making decisions here. Mercury likes to think about things. It likes to learn. It likes to question. We've got a little bit of a no progress here with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position, feeling like we're not moving forward very well with financial decisions or physical decisions here. It feels too slow for you. There's no progress coming here. But this squaring energy is quite a difficult aspect, and it could be that you're feeling like you need to find a solution to a big problem in a way that is about thought inspired. So you need to think about the situation here in order to double check all the facts before you dive into anything, and be aware of any miscommunications which may be taking place at this time. Now this is the Jupiter is in Gemini at the moment, and Gemini for you, Leo, is going to be your, let me check, the Gemini is going to be your 11th house. This is your community, this is your projects, this is where you a level of things going on in the community might be slowing you down. So it's not personally, it could be things outside of your own choices that are slowing you down here and causing this lack of progress here. So things beyond your control, out of your reach, that are causing this energy here. Now as we move forward to the 24th of February, we've got Mercury trining Mars. This is a beautiful energy here as Mercury and Mars work together to help each other. This can bring enthusiastic, it can bring thoughts into action. So things that you've been thinking about could actually be a really good time to manifest them through work, through effort, into reality. Now this is taking place here for you with Mars being in Cancer, will be your, let me have a look, Leo, we're talking 12th house. So it's about your boundaries, it's about your spirituality here as well. We've got a little bit of imbalance here. So maybe over this time there's been a bit of imbalance with your boundaries, with other people around you, but also there could be imbalance when it comes to your spiritual and physical pursuits. And here we're looking to get a better balance while Mercury is trining Mars. Mars is about effort, it's about enthusiasm, it's about motivation and drive. It's saying don't rush into anything without careful consideration, because after all we are talking about Mercury. Mercury rules asking questions, it rules communication, so it rules really thinking about a situation before we do anything. But here we're trying to take a look at your boundaries when it comes to your physical and your spiritual here. You need to get a better balance going on with those. Good time to do that will be on the 24th of February. As we move forward into the 25th of February, we're looking at Mercury in conjunction with Saturn. Now this is all taking place in Pisces, and Pisces for you is your 8th house, Leo. So we're going deep, we're going dark here. We're going to, it could be about shared wealth, it could be what you share with other people. Now also it could be avoiding other people, because we've got the Tower in the reverse. So maybe you're avoiding the difficult questions, the difficult challenges, the difficult arguments, or or communication with people around you. You're avoiding a situation or avoiding a certain person because you don't want to go deep in where this conversation is going to take you here. You're worried about how the tower may fall because of this, or you're just avoiding it altogether here with this situation. This is happening around the 25th. This is the energies of what's playing out here as we have Mercury in conjunct to Saturn. Now this can make you a lot more serious and being very careful or cautious around your communication. Here I feel you're being so cautious that you're wanting to avoid it altogether, especially until this time passes. But it is saying that you need to try not to be too rigid. You need to try not to be too overcritical here as well. Maybe it is a good time just to avoid this topic until the 25th passes. Now as we move forward to the 27th of February, we have Mercury forming a sextile to Uranus. Now what this is, it can bring in insights or creative inspiration. Uranus rules wanting to free you from the burdens that hold you down. It rules you being able to be very unique in everything you do, being yourself without feeling like you've got to run it by everybody else. Leo generally energy of worrying what the people think, worrying what other people will think here, worrying how you're seen. But Uranus rules Aquarius, which is opposite your sign, so that they do things without caring. They're more concerned about how it helps and affects people rather than what people think of them. So take a leaf out of the book here with Uranus energy here, as Mercury is about thinking and Uranus is about thinking innovatively, so thinking outside of the box here. Now the Ten of Wands in the reverse is saying that you need to delegate some of your duties. You may even need to say no to certain things. Maybe feeling a bit used. You may be feeling like you're doing too much for everybody else. So here you either need to delegate to other people or you need to learn to say no over this period, especially around the end of the week, around the 27th of February for this energy. Thank you for joining me, Leo. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you again next week. Thank you for joining me, Virgo, for your tarot and astrology reading. I'm going to be pulling the tarot for you for your message for the week ahead, as well as letting you know what the planets are doing and which planets and aspects may be affecting you most this week. Now Virgo, the first one on the 21st of February, we've got Mercury. We're talking Mercury today. Mercury rules communication, it rules sales, it rules social media, it rules thinking and learning. Now here we've got on the 21st, we see relief at hand. We've got the Six of Wands, Six of Swords in the upright position, indicating moving out of troubled waters into calmer waters. A little bit of relief is on the cards for you early in the week. Now Mercury squaring Jupiter can cause a little bit of confusion or a little bit of miscommunication. So maybe you may be sorting out some miscommunication here, thinking about the situation clearly, communicating in a very clear way, and being able to move away from past arguments or past hurdles that you've been feeling. Now Jupiter wants to expand things. It can cause you to overthink a situation. You could be too thinking about past situations or difficult situations too much and giving them too much of your time. Here it's saying think about moving through into calmer waters and past those situations. Now for you, the Jupiter, it is sitting currently in Gemini, and for you, Virgo, this is your 10th house. So this could be happening at work. It could be happening in whatever your role in life is, or your career or your job. So this situation could be happening. You could be finding some relief to those situations with the Six of Swords in the upright position, but it could also be that you could be getting some mixed messages here or some mixed signals when it comes to communication at work or your role in life. As we move forward to the 24th of February, we'll have Mercury trining Mars. Now this is a beautiful placement. Mars brings lots of enthusiasm and lots of action, lots of energy. Trining between the two planets is a helpful aspect. They want to work together to help each other. Now Mars is currently in Cancer, and for you, Virgo, this is your 11th house. This is about projects and where you put your time within the community. So it could also be thinking a little bit bigger, thinking about the bigger picture here as well, and thinking outside of the box at this time. Still pulling a card for you here for this placement. So there we go. There's our card for you, for your personal readings. The Hierophant in the reverse is a bit of rebellion here. Now I'm feeling this rebellion energy coming in from the 11th house. The 11th house is generally ruled by Uranus. It's an Aquarian house, and they represent rebellion. So they'll stand up for their rights. They'll stand up for what they believe in, and they don't even mind what people think about them when they do that. Now the Hierophant in the reverse is all about standing up against the powers that be, standing up against current rules or indoctrinations here. I feel that there could be coming up around you, there could be you being cautious not to rush into things with your rebellion energy around the 24th. Try not to be too rebellious, because we're going to be backed by Mars here. Mars is throwing in extra energy here where you may move very harshly or impulsively without thinking. So you need to put a little bit more thought into the situation before you move forward on the 24th. Now Mars is sitting in Cancer, being the 11th house for you, and it is forming a trine to Mercury in over there into Pisces, and that for you, Virgo, is going to be your 7th house. So this brings in your relationships into this energy. So there could be a bit of a rebellious nature between the relationships around you, and it's asking you to just think about the situation, put a bit more Mercury thought into it before you put a bit too much Mars action here with conflicts and competition when it comes to partners or relationships here. Moving into the 25th of February, we have got Mercury forming a conjunction to Saturn. This energy is asking you to be a bit more responsible for your own actions. You may be a little bit more practical here. You may be looking at things from the point of view of stability and what you can do to work through a situation or achieve here. Now, Mars is the achievement. It's all about movement and motivation and energy and effort over here on the 24th. But as we move into the 25th, we're trying to find stability. We're trying to find firm foundations here with the Four of Wands. We are looking for the stability of Saturn. It wants to work hard to build strong foundations at this time. Again, it's taking place in your relationship house here, building on really strong foundations within your relationships over this time. As we move into the 27th of February, we have got Mercury forming a sextile to Uranus. Uranus is a planet of freedom. It's a planet of being uniquely yourself. It's a planet of wanting to remove any burdens that currently hold you down or hold you back. Now, this energy is a sextile energy. It can form creative ideas, new inspiration, flashes of innovative solutions to problems. You need to embrace the unexpected here, be open to new possibilities, and perhaps here with the Magician in the reverse position, you need to use this energy to manipulate it in a way that is in a positive outcome for you, helping you to move forward into doing what you really want to be doing at this time. So thank you for joining me, Virgo. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you again next week. Welcome Libra, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs to your tarot and astrology reading for the week ahead. I'm going to be pulling a tarot card for you for your week ahead personal message, as well as letting you know what the planets and aspects are doing this week that may be affecting you most. Now, Mercury is very busy this week, making its aspects to different planets over this current week. So I'm going to be letting you know how this may be affecting you, Libra. First of all, on the 21st of February, we have got Mercury squaring Jupiter. This can bring confusion. It can bring overthinking. Mercury rules thinking and communication. It rules learning and questioning, but it could be maybe just too much of it, too much thinking, your brain being very overactive at this time, because Mercury, you are a thinker already, you are an air sign, so your mind is already full of ideas, but having this squaring aspect to Jupiter can bring in mixed messages, overthinking, or not quite clear with the facts or clear with the ideas. Jupiter wants to expand, it wants to bring in bigger ideas, but it's a squaring aspect, so it's a little bit of a challenging aspect and difficult to kind of bring through the energy on a very strong and clear way. Now we've got the Knight of Swords, indicating that strategy is required here. Be very diplomatic with your thoughts. Be very strategic in the way that you do things here on the 21st of February. It's saying you need to put thoughts into action, but you need to make sure that you're receiving not mixed signals here. You're getting all of the facts in a very straight way here before you proceed with any strategy that you plan to carry out over this time. Now for you, Jupiter will be in Gemini, so this energy of course is going to be trining your energy because it's a fellow air sign, so it is going to be helping you. This energy is there to help you because it will have Jupiter trining your energy, but that Jupiter will be squaring Mercury, which is going to further complicate the situation mentally. So you'll be thinking about this situation a lot, thinking about planning or strategizing, or you'll be really playing out a lot over the 21st here. Early in the week, you'll be putting a lot of thought and effort into a situation and try to find the correct solution or the best way forward for you. As we move forward into the 24th of February, we'll have Mercury forming a trine to Mars. This is a positive aspect. These two planets want to work together to bring a good outcome for you, and this Mars energy brings in a boost of energy or effort here. Now it is saying that the Empress is in reverse, and it's taking a look at where your dependents lie, so what you're able to achieve on your own versus needing others to help you move forward here. It's depending on other people to take action or to get you to where you need to be. Now I say take action is because Mars is all about drive, motivation and action here. And on the 24th of February, we're going to be taking our thoughts, all these things that we've been planning on the 21st or early in the week, and moving forward into action with those on the 24th, but taking a look at how we can do that by our dependence on other people, or what we depend on to be able to help us move forward in this situation on the 24th. Now as we move forward into the 25th of February, we'll have Mercury conjuncting Saturn. It's a little bit of a difficult challenge, a difficult placement here with the Mars and Saturn conjunction, the Mercury conjunction here with Saturn. Saturn likes to restrict things. It likes to throw hurdles our way in order for you to take responsibility for your own actions. Get serious about the situation. Realize that things are only going to happen when you put in the energy and the effort. So use this time, especially on the 24th when you've got that extra energy with Mars, to really buckle down here and make a move over this time, 24th and 25th of February. Now for you, this is happening in Pisces. This conjunction between Mercury and Saturn is taking place in Pisces, and for you, Libra, this is your 6th house. So it could be related to your health. It could be related to taking the initiative to get things sorted around your health, or it could be around caring for others or caring for animals at this time as well. Still trying to pull a card for you to give you a personal message at this time. It's not really coming out, but we do need to pull one. So Mercury conjunct Saturn, it's saying don't be too overcritical here, especially because you're an air sign and you're a bit of a thinker anyway. It's saying try not to overthink the situation too much. And there's your next card there. It's saying opportunities. So Ace of Pentacles is looking at your opportunities, feeling like you wanting to move forward, especially 24th into the 25th, when you're actually putting boots on the ground and making an effort to make these happen. You're taking responsibility for actions on the 24th, and you're deciding that for you to have what you want, you need to actually be the one that makes the moves and do what needs to be done at this time. Now the other card that's come out, we're going to take that as the 27th. This is the 5 of Swords in the reverse position, indicating that you're going to have to reconcile with others here. It's a need to put your differences aside at this time to be able to move forward. Now the Mercury sextile with Uranus is a way of, you need to embrace the unexpected and stay very open to new possibilities at this time. You may find an innovative solution here, because we've got Uranus, which rules Aquarius, which is also an air sign, which comes back into your energy and affects you in a very strong way, because we've got all these areas of things wanting to work together. Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, also an air sign, so it's a kind of forming like a energy of helpfulness here as well, and along with that creative energy that's going on between Mercury and Uranus, the sextile there. It's saying that you're looking for innovative solutions to whatever problem that you're facing. You may experience ideas and inspiration coming in here, but it's saying that you do need to reconcile your differences with others here. It's going to be very important to help you move forward, especially when it comes to having the Empress in the reverse, depending on other people. It's really important to make sure we've got some action cards. We've got the swords, thinking about the situation. After all, we are talking about Mercury, and Mercury rules thought, it rules communication. So be very clear and concise and strategic within your communication, but reconciling your differences with the other people in order to move forward with any opportunities coming your way over this week. So I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, Libra. I will see you again next week. Welcome to your tarot astrology reading for the week ahead, Scorpio. I'm going to be pulling your personal message for you from the tarot, as well as letting you know what the planets and aspects are doing at the moment and how they may be affecting you most. So first of all, the beginning of the week, we have on the 21st of February, we've got Mercury squaring Jupiter. Mercury is in Pisces. And for you, Scorpio, this is your 5th house of creativity, of about fun, joy, how you find pleasure, and how you can be very creative here. But you've got lots of options here, I feel, with this squaring Jupiter. Jupiter likes to expand the energy. So I feel like you've got expanded potential and opportunities coming your way with the 7 of Cups early on in the week for you. So it's a good time to make the most of this opportunity. Avoid any miscommunication at this time or mixed messages, and you need to check all facts before making any decisions here, Scorpio. As we move forward into the 24th of February, we'll have Mercury trining Mars. This is a beautiful placement as Mercury and Mars work together to help you through a situation. Now, Mars is currently in Cancer, and Mars for you, Scorpio, is going to be your 9th house. So it's about expanding your education, your knowledge, exploration here as well, travel, even thinking about travel. But it's also about being very empathetic to others, including their belief systems. So people believe different things. They believe things that are different to you, whether that's metaphysical, whether that's astrology or tarot, whether that's religion or dogma. It's people have different belief systems here, and you need to be very empathetic to all cultures and all beliefs here, especially around the 24th of February. Now, moving forward into the 25th of February, we have Mercury forming a conjunction to Saturn, again playing out in your 9th house. This energy is indicating that you need to get serious about the situation and be very cautious in your communication. Take responsibility for the things that you say here, so be very careful. It's saying have a little bit of a filter. Think about a situation before you actually say it. Card just fell on the ground, but what we have is the 8 of Cups in the reverse position, indicating that you're wanting to move forward or make a change, maybe walk away from something, but you're fearful of the outcome. So fear of change is holding you back here. Now we've got Mercury conjunct Saturn. It's saying be serious about the situation, work boots on the ground to do the work. It does involve communication. It involves having a bit of a filter when you are talking to other people, but it's also about taking responsibility and being very practical. Don't be too rigid here, and don't be overcritical here. The fear of change may all just be in your mind, because we're very heavily focused on Mercury over this week, and Mercury rules the mind. It's all about thought. It's about communication. So some of the things and these fears of change may just be all in your mind here. So keep that in mind as you're making any decisions here and taking responsibility for your actions here. Most importantly, you need to be just cautious in the way that you're communicating with others over this time, around the 25th of February. As we move forward onto the 27th of February, we have Mercury forming a sextile to Uranus. Uranus is sitting in Taurus at the moment, and for you, Scorpio, that's going to be your 7th house. It's sitting across from you, so it's all about your relationships, your partnerships, your romance, and we've got the Knight of Cups in the upright position. So this beautiful placement, because Mercury forming a sextile here to Uranus, it can bring beautiful creative inspiration, creative ideas, flashes of inspiration, solutions to current problems you may be experiencing with relationships, but it's bringing beautiful harmonious energy, I feel, together. It's like finding ways to think outside of the box to do things. So thinking about ideas or ways you can improve your relationship with others. This is the Knight of Cups in the upright position, and it's all about the romance. And we are talking about your 7th house of relationships here. So thinking about ways to have romance, thinking about ways that are outside of the box and not so traditional, doing things a little bit differently than what you would normally do them. So thank you so much for joining me, Scorpio. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you again next week. Welcome Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs to your astrology reading for the week ahead. I'm going to be pulling your tarot for your personal message for the week ahead, but also letting you know what the planets and aspects are doing at the moment and which ones may be affecting you the most. Now, first of all, we've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position, indicating there may be a bit of a lack of progress early in the week. So on the 21st of February, we have got Mercury squaring Jupiter. This can bring in mixed signals. It can bring in overthinking. Now, Jupiter is about expansion and Mercury is about the mind. It's about communication and thinking, questioning, and also social media. So here it's feeling like you're not really moving forward, whether that's with money, because Mercury also represents merchants and sales. So here it could be a bit of a drop in sales or funds, money coming in, but it's also about being able to move forward here. It is a squaring aspect, so it can be a little bit challenging here with Jupiter, and it's asking you to really double check all facts before moving forward here. Now, there may feel like there's no progress, but it's asking you to think about the situation maybe in a different way. Think about what's holding you back here, what's causing this lack of progress. This squaring energy between Jupiter and Mars, Jupiter wants to expand the situation, but at the moment it feels very stalled, it feels very restricted. So it's saying you're not moving forward. Maybe you need to start questioning why. This is earlier in the week. This is the 21st when we have that Mercury squaring Jupiter. So as we move forward onto the 24th of February, we'll have Mercury forming a trine to Mars. Now this is a beautiful placement because Mars energy is it's energetic. It brings impulsiveness, but it brings enthusiasm to your thoughts and actions. And here it's saying that because Mercury is the thinking, it's the communicating, and Mars wants to actually motivate you to get something done, to rectify any imbalance that's taking place at the moment around you. There's a level of injustice going on around you, or imbalance. It's like your energy is a bit scattered. It's like heavy in one area but not so in the other. And what Mars wants you to do is think about these things. Mercury wants you to think about it, but Mars wants you to take action to rectify any injustice or imbalance that's currently taking place around you. You need to get a better balance between your mind and your action. So the ideas that come into your mind with Mercury versus the action that you do to actually move ahead with these thoughts that comes from the Mars. So a good time to do this would be the 24th of February when these two are trining energies together. They're helpful energy and they're there to help each other. So it's using the thoughts and ideas of Mercury with the motivated energy of Mars to actually put these ideas into formation. Now, Mars is sitting in Cancer, and Cancer for you, Sagittarius, is going to be your 8th house. So it's about how you share very deeply with another person. It's about going very deep here within your own psychology or your makeup here. It's about really going deep into what makes you tick. It's about how you spend your time and getting that better balance between your needs and the needs of other people. This is what's playing out here with the cards as well. Now, as we move forward into the 25th, we've got Mercury forming a conjunction with Saturn. This is all taking place in Pisces. Pisces for you is going to be your 4th house. So these things are going to be carrying within your home, and your family are going to be affected by these placements. Now here, I think we'll take this one as the 4th card, and we'll take this one as the 3rd card. Happiness. So we've got happiness at home. So on the 25th of February, it's energy of happy home, happy family. This energy here of Mars conjuncting Saturn, while it is normally a bit of a difficult aspect with it's a conjunction, so it's the energies merging together, working together. And Saturn wants you to really work on getting serious and taking responsibility for how you affect the happiness of your home. So where how you're feeling affects the people in your home. So once you take responsibility for that, it's like a snowball effect. Everybody then starts to be positive and happy. So it starts with you, Sagittarius. If you're happy, your family's happy. So that's what's important here, especially on the 25th of February. As we move forward into the 27th of February, what we've got here is balance. We've got the Temperance in the upright position, balancing those emotions. Now, Mercury is forming a sextile to Uranus, and this is a beautiful placement because it can bring insights and creative inspiration, creative ideas, optimism here with the Queen of Wands in the upright position. So it can bring optimism, it can bring energy of inspiration. Uranus wants you to be innovative and think outside of the box. It wants to remove any areas that currently hold you down or make you feel trapped or burdened, and it wants your soul to feel free here, to do what you want to do and be uniquely you. But it's saying stay open to new possibilities, but get a better balance between your thoughts here with the Mercury energy versus the Uranus energy about your free thinking, kind of being uniquely you. So how can you be uniquely you, do what you want to do and bring it into balance with what you and others around you are doing? So there's trying to get a bit of balance going on with those, but most of all it's saying you need to be very optimistic this week, Sagittarius. Happy wife, happy life, but happy family is what we're doing here. So your optimism brings happiness and joy within your home. So that's what you're needing to focus on at this time. I think it's very important for you, Sagittarius. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you again next week. Welcome, Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I'm going to be pulling the tarot for you for your week ahead message, as well as taking a look at the planets and the aspects and let you know how they will be affecting you over this current week. On the 21st of February, starting the week, we have Mercury squaring Jupiter. Now, Mercury is in the 12th house of Pisces. It's sitting in Pisces. And for you, Capricorn, this is going to be your third house of communication. Now, communication is the communication house, but also Mercury represents communication. Here I'm seeing the Page of Wands in the upright position saying news is coming. You may be hearing about news, you may get some communication. And the funny thing here is that Mercury is kind of about news because it represents information, it represents communication, it represents social media. So you may be getting information, news or social media coming in that you find very helpful or interesting over this time. Now be very careful that it's not you're not getting mixed messages, and double check all facts before moving forward with this new information that comes in. As we move forward to the 24th of February, we have got Mercury trining Mars. This is a beautiful placement as Mercury and Mars work together to help each other so that you can benefit from this energy. So it's saying the Magician in the reverse is indicating that you need to manipulate this beautiful energy and make it to your advantage at this time. Now, Mars is sitting in Cancer at the moment, and for you, that is going to be your 7th house of relationships. It's sitting across from you, this Mars energy that is forming a trine to Mercury. So think about what you say before you say it within your relationships. Also, it can be passion. Mars can be passion, but it can also be conflict or competition. So just be very wary that heated debates can occur with this energy because it is communication and Mars being very over passionate. So it can be conflicting or it can be passionate. So here we've got energy here with the Magician wanting to, maybe you or someone around you with relationships is looking at manipulating a situation or an argument, perhaps dominating the argument. So maybe you're looking at not rushing into things. Be very careful and cautious around communications and arguments with partners at this time with this energy of Mars. Now, while it is generally a very positive aspect, Mars trining Mercury, this card of this Magician and it all playing out in your 7th house of relationships is indicating there could be a little bit of underhandedness or a bit of manipulation at this time. As we move forward into the 25th of February, we have got Mercury will be conjuncting Saturn, all taking place in Pisces. Pisces for you, Capricorn, as I said, is your 3rd house. It's your communication house. Now these two energies are working together. We've got Saturn that wants to take responsibility. Here we've got a relationship. I'm going to to take the Lovers here in the upright position, and I am going to take that as Lovers. So it can be about choices, but I do feel it's about relationships, because we're talking about relationships in the 7th house. Now we're talking about communication, because this is all playing out in Pisces, this conjunction between Mercury and Saturn. Saturn wants you to take responsibility for your actions, but it wants you to be careful about being overcritical or too rigid in your thinking, because after all, we are talking about Mercury, the thinking planet. So here it's about when you're dealing with your significant other, with partners, with people around you that are close, it's saying that you have choices, yes, but please be cautious in your communication at this time. Take responsibility for your own actions here, and try not to be overcritical of others. I feel it's very, very clear in your cards at this time. Finishing with a beautiful positive card on the table for you, we've got the 9 of Pentacles in the upright position, indicating a level of abundance. As we move into the 27th of February, we've got Mercury forming a sextile to Uranus. Now, Uranus is currently sitting in Taurus. Taurus, for you, Capricorn, is going to be your 5th house. It's how you find pleasure. It's how you find fun. It's how you find happiness and creativity here. So it's abundance of happiness coming your way, abundance of creativity, abundance of pleasure and joy coming your way at this time towards the end of the week. So beautiful cards to end with. Just be wary in the middle of the month, how you're speaking with others, and not being too overcritical when it comes to communicating or arguing within relationships. So thank you so much for joining me, Capricorn. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you again next week. Thank you for joining me, Aquarius, for your tarot and astrology reading for the week ahead. Today we're talking Mercury, and it's making lots of aspects today, and I'll let you know how that's going to be affecting you, Aquarius. Early in the week on the 21st, we have Mercury squaring Jupiter. So let's start with the first card here. We've got the King of Wands sitting in the reverse position, not sitting in his true power. He's sitting in his negative traits of his sign. Wands can be too impulsive, can be too arrogant, can be too righteous thinking, like I'm the best, I'm the greatest kind of thinking. This could be related to somebody that's around you here with his energy. And as Mercury squares Jupiter, it indicates that there might be miscommunication here, a bit of confusion or mixed signals around this energy here when it comes to the Wands not sitting in its positive upright position. It's sitting in its reverse position, indicating the negative traits of the King of Wands. Now for you, this is this Jupiter energy. Jupiter is currently sitting in Gemini, and for you, Pisces, Aquarius, that's going to be your 5th house. That is trining your energy, because it is a another air sign. So the energy overall does want to help you. It wants to help you move forward here. It wants to help you kind of move forward in your pursuits, clear communication, clear thinking. Social media is important here. Social media, sales, marketing all fall under Mercury's reign, and I'm feeling here that you just need to be not overthink the situation. Take your time with situations, get all the facts before moving forward. Now there could be something playing out on social media for you this week, early in the week, and it's about just making sure you've got all the facts before you move forward on this situation, or be too impulsive here with this King of Wands in the reverse position. Now then we have, moving forward into the 24th of February, we'll have Mercury trining Mars. It is a beautiful energy. Mars brings in energy. It brings in motivation. It brings in drive. It brings in energy, a burst of creative energy. Now thinking, as we get from our Mercury energy, we're needing to be finding ways to bring what we're thinking about into action. So using this beautiful trining energy where Mercury wants to help Mars, or actually it's the other way around as well. It's Mars wanting to help Mercury get those ideas out of its brain. You are a thinking sign, Aquarius, out of its brain and into reality. Now here we've got a King of Wands in a reverse position. So the Wands, they're in action. They're like the Mars. They want to move forward. They want to take action, but it's kind of sitting in the reverse position. It's a bit stalled. It's either maybe too impulsive with this Mars energy, or it could be like a lack of effort in moving forward. So holding back for some reason. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse is saying you're not really moving forward. Now, it could be related to other people because, of course, the Three of Pentacles in the upright position, it talks about collaboration with other people, especially through work. But here it's saying you're not really wanting to contribute to other people. You're sitting in a bit of an arrogant situation here. So wanting to avoid collaborations, avoiding other people. Very interesting for you, Aquarius. Now, as we move forward into the 25th of February, we have got Mercury conjuncting Saturn. This is all taking place in Pisces, which is going to be your second house, which second house rules your resources. It rules your confidence, your skills, and how confident you feel in your ability to support yourself or to create money here. Now, we've got the Page of Cups in the reverse position in a very immature position. So maybe it's new to you. Maybe you're new to a certain situation around you. Now, with the Mercury conjunct Saturn, Saturn is just asking you to get serious. It's asking you to also be cautious in your communication, in how you deal with whatever's going on earlier in the week here. So be very cautious with your communication over this time. So think about things seriously before you act. And it's saying that you also need to take responsibility for your own actions here. Are you showing a little bit of arrogance here, showing a little bit of impulsiveness, or showing a bit of lack of effort when it comes to working with other people? Now, this immature energy of the Page of Cups is just showing a feeling and emotion towards relationships. Could be new, you could be new to it, and that's why it's coming off that way. But it is saying that you need to be practical here. You need to be responsible and try not to be too overcritical of other people, but also of yourself at this time. As we move into the 27th of February, Mercury will be forming a sextile with Uranus. Now, Uranus is a beautiful planet. It's your ruler, Aquarius. It's all about how comfortable you are with being yourself, with doing what's important to you in a very unique way, being innovative, being rebellious, thinking outside of the box in the way that things are done. Now, the Lovers is indicating a level of disharmony, so there's a little bit of disharmony. Maybe you're rubbing people the wrong way with this energy here of your true Uranus Aquarius kind of energy. Could be causing a bit of disharmony with the people around you. Now, this Mercury forming a sextile aspect to Uranus can bring in new insights. You could get new ideas or flashes of inspiration of ways to help with this situation. Innovative solutions to problems can come from this. You need to embrace the unexpected, but stay open to new possibilities with these cards on the table here. So it's quite difficult cards on the table for you this week, Aquarius, things that you're dealing with over this current week. But what I would say is that these things are new to you, and using the planet of Mercury is all about thinking about things clearly before proceeding, but also thinking of solutions to problems as well. And I feel it on the 27th, the end of the month, is going to be, even though it says disharmony, the energy of Mercury sextiling Uranus is beautiful flashes of inspiration. That's your ruler there, the Uranus. So when it comes into a sextile with Mercury, it's bringing the mind into it, which are a mind-ruled sign, an air sign. It is saying that this energy is very conducive for you to find results, to find solutions to whatever problems you're dealing with in this beginning of the week. So thank you for joining me, Aquarius. I hope you have a good week ahead, and I will see you again next week. Welcome, Pisces, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs, to your tarot and astrology reading for the week ahead. I'm going to be pulling your tarot for your personal message for the week ahead, but also letting you know what the planets and aspects are doing at the moment that may be affecting you most this week. Now, we've got Mercury this week making lots of aspects over the whole week, and Mercury is actually sitting in your sign, Pisces. So you're going to feel every one of these placements. You're going to feel them in different ways, depending on which house they're affecting, but we've got a bit of transformation with the Death card here. We've got some choices and changes coming up around you, Pisces. Starting at the beginning of the week, we've got Mercury squaring Jupiter. This aspect can bring in mixed messages. You need to double check facts before making decisions. So if you're thinking about making a change, you need to make sure, especially at the beginning of the week, the 21st of February, make sure there's no confusion here on the table, miscommunication. Make sure you have all the facts before making these changes. Now, moving forward into the 24th of February, now this Jupiter energy is in Gemini. This for you, Pisces, is your 4th house, so it does affect your family and your home here, these decisions that you're making. So as we're moving forward into the 24th of February, we'll have Mercury trining Mars. This is a beautiful placement because Mercury and Mars want to work together to help the situation. We do have the Four of Cups, can be refusing help. It can be bored with a current situation. Now, Mars is sitting in Cancer. For you Pisces, this is your 5th house. This is where your pleasure is, where your fun is, where your joy is. And it's saying that you're feeling a little bit of lack of joy at the moment. Now, on the 24th, this trining energy with Mercury is a good time for you to think about what brings you joy and going after those things. It's also about creative energy, thinking about things you can do in a creative way that's going to bring you joy and happiness here. That's a really good time to do that, would be around about the 24th. It's going to give you good clarity here into thinking about what is going to be helpful to you. Use this Mars energy to be energetic and motivated and start proceeding with these actions. So Mercury wants to think about it, but Mars wants to do it. So on the 24th is a good time to move forward into happiness and what makes you happy. On the 25th of February, we have Mercury moving into, we'll have Mercury in Saturn, but it's going to be conjunct with Mercury, all taking place in your 1st house. This will run throughout your whole week here, and this energy is saying you need to be cautious within your communication over this time. As I pull a card for you for your personal reading, take responsibility for everything you say. Perhaps you might need a filter over what you're thinking as opposed to what you're saying here. We've got the World Completion card, World in the upright, looking at ways to complete current projects or complete whatever your cycle you're moving through at the moment. Use Saturn, boots on the ground, motivated to get things done, to work through any obstacles here, put a bit of thought into it with that Mercury energy to allow you to move through anything that's been holding you back in the past, to allow you to get things completed here. As we move through into the 27th of February, we'll have Mercury forming a sextile to Uranus. It's a beautiful placement. It brings in insights, creative ideas, innovative solutions to problems. Embrace new possibilities, embrace new ideas here. This is on the 27th of February. Release any burdens. We have the 10 of Swords. Again, this is taking place. Uranus is sitting in Taurus. For you, this is your 3rd house, which represents communication. So it's about thinking about things before doing things, thinking of ways that you can release burdens. Uranus is all about releasing burdens. It's the planet of freedom. It wants to shake things up for you in order for you to live the life that's uniquely yours. Live in a way that makes you happy, doing what you want to do. Not feeling so tied down and burdened by your responsibilities or duties. Now here with the 10 of Swords in the reverse position, it's saying it wants you to release these burdens. And on the 27th, this Mercury sextile Uranus is a great time to think about new creative ideas or insights in ways for you to be able to release burdens and do what truly makes you happy at this time. So thank you so much for joining me, Pisces. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you again next week.